This Durango Council meeting was marked by a change in the guard. Hello, I'm Dean Brookie, your new mayor and Durango City Councilor. Council Connection is designed to give you a snapshot of the happenings at the most recent Durango City Council meeting. This time we look at the April 21st meeting. There were 3 proclamations to begin the meeting, which were all presented by Mayor Marbury. The first declared the week of April 20th as Arbor Week in Durango. Along the same theme, April 22nd was proclaimed Earth Day. The final proclamation declared the week of June 15th leading up to and including Father's Day as Men's Health Week. Richard Kleiss is a Durango Men's Health Week organizer.
Because there's so much you can do with early detection, and go get those screenings done. Just finding out what your blood sugar level is, your PSA counts, you can do so much to help yourself.
Next was the consent agenda, which is intended to allow City Council, by a single motion, to approve matters that are considered routine or non-controversial. There is usually no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or a citizen requests an item to be removed from the consent agenda and considered individually. There are 10 items on this consent agenda. One item that was removed was the wildland fire agreement among the city, the county, the Durango Fire District, and others.
Last year, we signed an agreement with the 4 fire departments in the county on how we would do that regardless of jurisdiction and regardless of where the fire occurs and whose financial responsibility is or whose legal responsibility it is. The city was not part of that due to some complicating factors with statutes and laws. So we re-looked at it over the last year, and we have figured out, along with the city manager's assistance and your council, to be able to craft a final document that now we at the fire departments, the county and the municipality, will all be able to fight fire, assess fire, and provide the best allocation of resources to it without any delay in being able to mitigate the effects of a wildfire.
Another consent agenda item that was removed was one confirming current Durango Library Assistant Director Sandy Irwin's appointment as Library Director. She succeeds Andy White, who is relocating to be closer to family after serving as director for 5 years. Council also okayed an item calling for a public hearing May 5th on an ordinance regarding begging within the city limits. After the consent agenda, results of the April 7th election were certified, and Councilors Dick White and Sweetie Marbury were sworn in for their 2nd terms. Additionally, fellow councilors voted to name myself mayor and Christina Rinderly mayor pro tem. I feel privileged to take on that role and look forward to keeping you updated on council happenings for the next year on this program. Among those partaking in public participation was a group of students from Animas High School. They made a presentation on the cost of living here and urged that fees for accessory dwelling units be reduced to encourage more ADUs. During council reports and actions, Parks Director Kathy Metz reported on new lighting for the Animas River Trail.
And one of the comments that we frequently receive from our community is they would like to see more lighting on the Animas River Trail. So we are installing 23 new solar LED lights on the section of trail between Rotary Park and behind the fairgrounds. There's a section that is currently lit behind the library, but on either side of the library between Rotary Park and behind the fairgrounds is not lit. Typically when we build the Animas River Trail currently, we do install lighting as a current standard for all new sections of the trail, but older sections of the trail, as this is, does not have lighting. And so we did a sample test of a light that was solar powered, and it was successful, and so now we're installing 23. The cost is about $40,000. We should have them in at the end of this month.
And Transportation and Sustainability Director Amber Blake updated the council on the recent Walk and Roll-a-thon event at Needham Elementary School, which drew more than 500 participants. There were 3 legislative public hearings on this agenda. 2 of those dealt with modifying base water and sewer rates for residential customers with fire suppression systems in their homes. Those systems require a more expensive 1-inch water meter. Its proposed base rates for those customers be reduced to the standard rate for a home with a 3/4-inch water meter. The 3rd legislative hearing dealt with changes to the city utility refund program to reduce impacts of rate hikes on low-income residents. There were also 3 quasi-judicial hearings, 2 of which were fairly routine. One dealt with the condominium subdivision at 2450 West 2nd Avenue. The second was for a lot line adjustment at Sky Ridge Village and Estates. The third quasi-judicial hearing was for extension of a lease of some of the city property, which makes up part of the Durango-Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad parking lot. Lastly, a reminder about the Durango Public Library's 3rd annual Small Business Expo. Gear up for summer. This year's event, May 5th, 6th, and 7th, will focus on branding your business. You can get more information on this event at the Durango Public Library. And that's Council Connection for the April 21st Durango City Council meeting. I'm City Councilor and Mayor Dean Brookie. Thanks for joining us, and remember, you can always contact your city councilors via email at citycouncil@durangogov.org.